chillin', serial killing, pre-core villains on the mic, got you reeling. 5-star rated from the floor to the ceiling. If you catch a 1-star, no time for feelings. Got a demon DJ on the ones and twos, by the name Beelzebub, so don't get confused. So grab a seat by the fire, roast them all over two, and prepare to hear the legend of the Straight Chillin' Crew.
What up, nerds? And welcome to another naughty episode of Straight Chilling, the weekly horror movie review show where you chill and we kill, slice, dice, and chop up yet another horror movie. My name is Bob. I'll be your host for the evening. This is episode 559, recorded on Monday, December 22nd, 2025. Tonight, we will be discussing the second remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night, called Silent Night, Deadly Night. Before we get into it, let me introduce everyone else on the show tonight. First up, calling in from Washington, D.C., we got Shaboy Rand Diesel. What's up, man?
Christmas dies tonight! What's up, baby? Are you ready to talk about the fucking Silent Night, Deadly Night Ends franchise?
We cannot escape the one, the only Corey Cunningham, nor would we ever want to be fair.
Oh, man. I would never escape that.
Never.
Keep secrets. Don't get custard for dessert.
Oh boy, I hope we all get custard at the end of this episode. Shaboy Soju was unable to make it tonight. However, we are welcoming back our very good friend to the show, Nicole from Light and Shadow Podcast. What's up, Nicole?
Merry Christmas, boys.
Welcome. Happy holiday.
Yeah,
to you.
listen, I'm just glad to be here in Justin's stead because we know that he has no love for your boy, Rohan Campbell. Corey Cunningham lives in our hearts, and so I'm glad to be here to defend his good name.
Someone's got to do it.
Lives in arts. Sure. Yes.
Our hearts.
All of our collective hearts.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Soju was not worthy to discuss a film such as this, so he had to sit this one out. Nicole, for listeners that somehow might not be aware of you and your wonderful show, Light and Shadow, why don't you give them the lowdown? Tell them what you're all about.
Yeah, so I have a show, as Bob just mentioned, Light and Shadow, a horror podcast. It's a monthly show. Sometimes it's just me. Sometimes I have a guest. But it's been a few things over the years, and the last couple years it's sort of evolved into, I pick kind of a theme, and that's what I talk about for the whole year. This past year I did Fundamental Frights, where I invited people on to tell me about, horror films that are foundational to them personally and why they love them. And so that was a lot of fun. And going into next year, we're going to be revisiting the Religion and Horror series. I'm going to be doing round 2 on that. So pretty excited to get back into that.
Nice.
It's plum off.
Yeah, keep your eyes
Good
peeled for the episode where I'm featured talking about how Halloween Ends was foundational for me. Coming very shortly.
I wish.
As a burgeoning custard boy, you had no choice but to relate.
Really into custard over here. Yeah, be sure to check out Light and Shadow everywhere you get your podcasts. We got a little bit of housekeeping. Let's go ahead and knock that out real quick here. Our January poll is still posted over on our Patreon website. If you guys support us at the $5 level or above, you get the chance to vote on a movie we're talking about this January. The theme for January is just shit we missed in 2025. We got 6 movies we just did not have time to get to. Brand new releases from 2025. They are Begonia, Companion, Dangerous Animals, Good Boy, The Toxic Avenger, and The Ugly Stepsister.
Boo, bye. Boo, bye.
Hey, yo, bye.
Hey, yo, it's me, the Soju. Oh, tell me about that, them numbers there, Bob. Oh.
I am walking here. The numbers slightly changed, nothing too crazy. There is still a tie for last place between Dangerous Animals and The Ugly Stepsister. Dangerous Animals finally got a vote, though. So, hey, that's a change.
All right. Good for that.
Yeah. Another tie for second to last place. You got Good Boy and The Toxic Avenger, both sitting at 11%. Second place, we got Companion with 32% of the vote, still sitting on top. Begonia with 37% of the vote.
Damn, man. The Begonia's really been ruling this fucking poll.
Domination nation.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What did you vote for, Nicole?
Well, I was going to say, I always like to campaign, lobby for my choice. I chose Companion. So, I'd like to see it get a little bit of a bump.
It's a great movie, honestly. If you haven't seen it, even if it loses the poll, check it out. Don't sleep on it. Faux show. First time director, too. I forget the guy's name that made that, but it's for a first time filmmaker.
That was a guess. I don't really know.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah. Get those votes in. You still got a week or so before the end of December. We'll see what we're talking about this January. In other Patreon news, we're dropping mini casts every other Friday. We just dropped one on Predator Badlands. Your boy Soju's talking about that. Your boy Soju's also I'm talking here.
Predators over here. Oh.
The Badlands. It's so bad.
Don't ask me how I channel Soju so perfectly. It's not something I can explain properly.
It's a gift, Few people have it. Mm-hmm. Your boy Soju's also going to be talking about The Long Walk. That's going to be dropping on Friday, December 26th, right after Christmas. You got a nice, heartwarming film to talk about, The Long Walk. Check it out.
Appropriate for all of the people that are going to be beginning their weight loss journey in January. Very appropriate.
The real life Hunger Games coming to town next year. Very reminiscent of The Long Walk as well. So prescient film to discuss. Check it out.
Love it.
The last bit of Patreon news we have here is we're going to be reopening the You Pick the Flick tier on January 1st. This is the only way for you to pick a movie for us to review on the show. There's going to be 5 spots available, and it's going to be the only time we open this tier for the first half of 2026. It's going to be opened at an undisclosed time of day. You just got to check our Patreon website throughout the course of the day. And if you see the You Pick the Flick tier open, go ahead and grab you a spot and let us know what movie you want us to talk about. And we'll get you on the schedule.
Damn, dude. Keeping it light this year. Y'all got to chime in quick.
Yeah.
These hotcakes, they move. They already move.
Yeah.
I just really hope that the folks are a little kinder to you guys this year than they were last year. And I know I was a guilty party of picking a difficult movie. But, those episodes are fun to listen to.
Yeah. Well,
we don't want to make fun episodes, okay? That's not what we're into at all.
If it's fun for us, it's boring for everyone else. So, whatever.
Punish us if that's what you want to do.
Punish!
If that's what you're into. Do it. That's all I have to plug. Randy, do you have anything you want to plug? Nicole, do you have anything else you want to plug?
Actually, yes, Bob, because you were just on my show. For a bonus episode, we talked about the TV series Welcome to Derry.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, and it was a blast.
It was.
Is that about the cheese making process or what?
Welcome to How to Make Dairy.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
I want to go to Bovine University.
Really into milking cows on Nicole's podcast. It was a great discussion about a really interesting show. Definitely worth watching, and be sure to check out our discussion on it. It was a fun one. Something a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
same. Like you said, we don't get to talk about TV shows a lot because it's just so much content. Yeah. And Bob graciously did the plot synopsis for 8 episodes of television and nailed it, I have to say. But
really putting that ChatGPT account to work, huh?
It was just half the podcast. Actually, it was me just saying the series of events that took place.
Yeah.
Very appropriate for a Silent Night, Deadly Night episode to talk about taking up half of the episode with a recap.
That's yeah. Cool. Randy, you got anything else?
Oh, not a goddamn thing, buddy.
All right. This house is squeaky clean.
This house is clean.
Let's get into the main event. We're talking about Silent Night, Deadly Night, and we're kicking it off with the back of the box.
What's on the back of the box?
Bye. Bob, you got that box on pre-order? That's also how Justin sounds. He sounds insane.
Yeah. Well, you know.
You can pre-order this right now if you are so inclined. I think there's even a steelbook out there if you want to get that on pre-order. Silent Night, Deadly Night.
You nosy little pervert, or I'm gonna slap you silly.
Gonna slap you silly. Yeah, so buy it now. Buy it several times. Brand
You're not
new
getting kickbacks for that, Bob. You don't have to say that.
brand new release. Yeah, I know. This was in theaters for a brief time. I want to say maybe a week, maybe a little over a week. It got kind of a limited theatrical run. And I don't know where it's going to land after that. Maybe on Screambox, because I think this is like a bloody, disgusting joint, and that's their version of Shudder, basically. So it'll probably end up there, if I had to guess.
Makes sense.
But this is TV mature. Do they even rate theatrical movies?
I'm sorry, you
mature?
said it's TV mature?
That's what
I
this
don't think
says
so.
on IMDb. That's what it says. Maybe it's just unrated, and then they put that there. I don't know.
I don't know.
It does, yeah, television, mature. This has a runtime of an hour and 36 minutes. This was written and directed by Mike P. Nelson. Stars Rohan, shaboy Rohan Campbell, Ruby Modine, Mark Atkinson, Logan Sawyer, some other lovely folks that I'm not going to continue to butcher their names. Plot synopsis brought to you by IMDb is as follows. After seeing his parents killed by someone dressed as Santa, a grown man later wears a Santa suit himself and seeks violent revenge. That is partially correct.
That does sound like Silent Night, Deadly Night. It sure do.
Seeking revenge, I don't know that I would describe it that way, but that's what IMDb says. We'll get into it. Brand new release, first time watch for all three of us here. Would you guys recommend the folks at home check out Silent Night, Deadly Night? Nicole, why don't you kick us off?
Yes, I would recommend it. With the caveat that I had never seen any of the other Silent Night, Deadly Night films. I went into this completely with no baggage, no expectations. And the reason I wanted to see it is because the trailer actually intrigued me. I was like, oh, this looks like dumb fun. And I went to the theater, and indeed, I did have dumb fun. There's a lot of Christmas horror movies out there. There are a lot of great ones. There are a lot of bad ones. I think you could do a lot worse. So for me, yeah, I would definitely recommend for just a fun Christmas watch.
Cool. Rand Diesel, what about you?
Well, I'm coming in with the baggage. I got lots of baggage on this one. No, not really. Not really a recommend for me. I agree. You could do worse for Christmas horror. That's the sole caveat. That is what saves this movie for somebody, in my opinion. But yeah, not a movie I'm going to be returning to, which says a lot because I return to the original quite a bit, just about every year.
Randy.
It's famously our 500th episode recording. Was it 300th episode? Excuse me. 300th? What was it? What was it? 400th? It was
Episode
one of the
400.
hundreds.
Is that the Red Stag Randy episode?
No.
What was
okay.
that? I don't remember what that was.
That
But,
was our double feature of Texas Chainsaw 1 and 2, I think, for
Right.
Halloween, like 2019 or something.
although Red Stag was presented to me at this live event. It was the one live episode we recorded.
Yeah.
And
Episode 400, live from the warm side of the door.
that's
I
damn
need to
straight.
revisit that. Need to revisit it.
Yeah, anyway, so no, I wouldn't hyper recommend this. You could do a lot worse, but or you could do worse, but you couldn't. You could definitely do better. I
Could not do
approve.
any better, says Randy.
You could do better. You could do a whole hell of a lot better. You could do a little bit worse.
Okay, yeah, right on. I similar to Randy here, I'm coming in with maximum baggage. I've seen every iteration of this film, and a lot of them are terrible. Some of them are pretty cool though. So
It's not the worst Silent Night, Deadly Night. I'll
it's
give
not
it
the
that.
worst Silent Night. Deadly
Not
Night.
even close. Actually,
I do not like this movie though. So I mean, you can't see it in the theaters anymore. Anyway, I think it's already gone, but I wouldn't recommend it. If it hits a streaming platform that you already have and you're morbidly curious, whatever, throw it on if you want to. But yeah, it's not really my thing, and we'll get into why that is. So loose recommendation
Christmas dies tonight!
from Nicole. Anyways,
Loose reco from Nicole, non-existent reco from the others.
not so much.
Yeah.
But we'll get into
All right,
it.
I hope you're ready.
We're going to be spoiling the shit out of this movie, and here comes your warning.
Spoiler warning.
All right.
Yo, Bobby, you got the Bob.
Oh, it's a Bobo. You need us to do the synopsis, right? Yes, go. That's my Mario.
I would say that was
Soju.
started Italian and then went to I don't know. I don't really know. Couldn't tell you.
Story of my life, buddy.
I started Italian. Yeah, okay, here we go. Here's the plot synopsis for Silent Night, Deadly Night. On Christmas Eve, we see 8-year-old Billy witness his parents get murdered by a man dressed as Santa Claus. The man is eventually revealed to be Charlie. His name is Charlie. He's a janitor that was working at Billy's grandfather's retirement home. Young Billy touches Charlie's hand, and there is a literal electric transference of Charlie's consciousness into young Billy's body.
This dark passenger.
Brother, you ain't just whistling Dixie. This is a Dexter-ass movie. Billy grows up in foster homes and eventually kills his foster mom when he turns 17 after finding out she's been drugging him and his foster siblings. He becomes a transient moving from city to city. In his adulthood, around Christmas time, he hears Charlie's voice in his head guiding him to punish or murder bad people every day throughout the month of December up until Christmas. He also carries around this advent calendar where he adds the victim's blood to it each day. Also, he commits all the murders dressed up as Santa Claus, because of course he does. He arrives in the town of Hackett and takes a job as a stock boy in a Christmas trinket shop after following Pam, a young, attractive girl who works there. He works alongside Pam and gets to know her. Turns out she has a bit of a short fuse and beats some kids' asses with a hockey stick. She's also really into true crime and serial killers, and you know what? Billy digs that. He's into it. Billy ends up killing an old man who apparently murdered his wife, as well as 20 or so Nazis at a Christmas Nazi party. A police officer named Max, who is also Pam's ex, becomes suspicious of Billy.
Christmas Nazi party. I can't believe that's an accurate description of something we have to talk about.
That's what it is, yeah. There's also several kids that have gone missing in town, and the townsfolk whisper about the assailant they call the Snatcher. Billy tells Pam all about his parents' murder and Charlie's voice in his head, helping him kill naughty people. At this point, we also find out Billy's parents poisoned his grandfather in the nursing home, and Charlie killed his parents out of vengeance. Pam is totally cool with all of this. They team up to find the Snatcher and locate several children in the basement of an abandoned building. Billy kills the Snatcher with Charlie's help, but is stabbed several times. The police arrive, including Max, who shoots Billy. As Billy is dying, he touches Pam, and his consciousness is transferred into her.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Yeah. With her new superpowers, she's able to see that Max helped abduct the children and kills him with an axe. She walks off wearing Billy's Santa costume, hearing him in her head agreeing to continue punishing the naughty every December. Roll them credits.
Wow, what a hole.
What a hole.
What's to say about this?
This is such a Dexter movie. It as it was happening, I was like, wow, he's even like taking the blood sample the way Dexter does, and like he's got that Dexter's like stepfather in his head, like guiding him and keeping him to where he's only killing bad people and not getting caught. And I don't know, it just it reminded me a lot of that show for sure.
Not just that, but also like, and not just because of what's his name, the actor. Like, this is very Halloween Ends.
Yeah, that too
as well. Like,
yeah, I thought the same thing.
I mean, you're literally taking on the mantle of the killer who's goes out on the seasonal killing spree.
Yeah, the
Dexter and Halloween Ends rolled into one, which is not a combination that I particularly wanted or needed.
Transference thing that they mostly hint at in Halloween Ends, they just do literally here. They're like,
yeah.
Hey, you know that thing that people didn't really like a whole lot in Halloween Ends? Let's just do it more directly.
Do it.
In this movie with the same
No questions asked. That's right.
Yeah, that was one of the things that watching this I wondered about. I was like, I wonder if this supernatural angle is brand new or if there was like any of that in the original. I have since now watched the original and had that question answered for me. Because that was one of the things that I was kind of like, I don't know. In a slasher movie like this, I'm always going to prefer that there is no supernatural element. Mm-hmm. And so at first I didn't like that. But honestly, by the end of the movie, it kind of won me over a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Is it because like he transferred into the girl like at the end and you're like, okay, well now they can be together? Is that what?
Well, so right off the bat, like when we heard the voice of Charlie, I was like, ooh, I don't like that he's hearing a voice. Like I would just rather infer that he's crazy or schizophrenic or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
However, once I got acclimated to it, I was like, okay, I'm actually sort of okay with this. But then of course part of that is because I think because we've all seen Dexter, we're sort of like conditioned for that sort of storytelling to work. So maybe that's why it worked for me. But I actually was hoping at the end when he like transfers his spirit to her, I would have preferred that, like, so clearly she's unhinged and he's unhinged. These are both damaged people in similar ways. So I thought he was going to tell her all of this about himself. She was going to understand it and that she was just going to kind of become his accomplice as opposed to he's going to die and his spirit is going to be transferred to her. So I kind of liked that Charlie was his dark passenger, but I would have preferred that he and Pam just sort of teamed up as opposed to him dying and transferring it to her.
I was confused about the inner workings, and I guess it doesn't really matter too much, but like Charlie to me was like, okay, this is his, like he is this vengeful Santa Claus killer, and he has been transferred to Billy, and now Billy is carrying out his duties because he's dead and can't do it himself anymore. So when Billy was dying, I thought Charlie was going to transfer to Pam, but instead Charlie just like pieces out somehow, and now Billy's in Pam, and now
it's a real pay it forward of dark.
So I was like, well,
yes.
how does this work? Yeah.
So I assume like whoever gave it to Charlie was also a different person. So it seems like whoever has it, like they get to be the next. I'm sorry, I'm just going to keep referring to it as Dark Passenger.
I mean, yeah, how can you not really? Yeah, it's
for my part, yeah, I kind of agree. Like I thought it was heading in the direction of like, okay, by the end of this thing, she's going to be dressed up as Mrs. Claus and cleaning up his messes with him afterwards or some shit.
Yeah.
But no, like I somehow didn't see, like I knew there was like something supernatural happening because like Charlie is able to see like things that we can't. Like he's like they're quite literally doing a frailty with some of these people, like going around like can just see what sins they have under their belt that makes it worthy of death or an unbreakable even. Like we can see what's causing this person to be targeted by Charlie, and it is supernatural that he knows these things. So yes, there's some supernatural stuff. I did not think they were going to go with the fucking flashing spirit light orb thing. And that just completely sent me off the whatever ledge I was still teetering on, because I was just like, oh, okay, this is fucking like insanely stupid that they're doing this. And it takes away, to your point, Nicole, like it takes away from like one of my favorite things, one of the few things that like can actually legitimize the original for me in terms of like being like anything close to a decent movie, which I know it's still schlock. I know it's still cheesy. I know it still has a lot of problems on a lot of levels that like ostensibly should prohibit me from enjoying it, but I still like it. And one of the strongest reasons is because it is about a guy with damage. It's about a guy who has been damaged by happenstance and then by a religious, not really upbringing, but being surrounded by like these like school marmy nuns that are very, very stringent and teach you how to punish or whatever. And this is after his grandfather has instilled in him a fear of being bad and how naughtiness gets punished. Also, like, it all amounts to some sort of psychological thing. Like, whether or not it's amazing or chintzy or whatever, that's your mileage may vary, but it's something. This doesn't feel like anything to me, and not to its benefit. I felt mostly bored and then mad in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, by making it this supernatural, entity who knows who's naughty, it does take nuance away from the character. Because at first I thought, okay, he's hearing a voice in his head because he's literally schizophrenic. And when he's killing people, we don't know why. And I assumed Killer Santa Claus, he's probably just a killer, and we're going to follow him. So I liked seeing him as like a regular person with Pam and Pam's dad, and like just as like a normal person doing normal person things. And I thought, are we going to get kind of a conflicted character here where clearly he kills people, so he's got this like damaged side, but then we're also going to see him like trying to be normal. And so when they were like, no, he's got this spirit who tells him to kill bad people, it takes away like all of the nuance of this character, which to your point, I think in the original movie, you have that,
Yeah.
Clearly he's unhinged and he's killing innocent people, but he's got his own problems.
And like even our like the instant corollary of Dexter, like even in that show, what's happening to Dexter in Dexter's mind is entirely contained within his mind. It is not something that is true or supernatural or anything like that. It is a byproduct of his damages. And so when he is conflicted or when he's being told what to do by his inner voice or whatever, that's a byproduct of conflict. It is not like just somebody telling him like, yeah, no, this guy deserves it. Here, you want to see what he did? It was fucked up. Here you go. And like that, and then like conversely, even in Frailty, we were left wondering the whole time whether or not we were led to believe actually in that movie that none of this is legitimate, that was what was happening. And then at the end you find out, oh no, this was real, and this like they saved it to the end. And in Unbreakable they did that same thing. Like this movie just like pretty much throughout shows you that he is capable of seeing what's going on in these people's like sinful past or whatever, and what justifies their murder. I mean, shit, he destroys he kills like 12 dozen Nazis, like the unambiguous evil of exactly.
He really
the unambiguous evil of the universe is localized at a fucking Christmas party for him to hack and slash his way through. It's like they're trying to do too much with this.
Something you mentioned, Randy, was like you were a little bored watching this. I felt that too, and it's like I don't know how you shoot a scene with this like dude dressed up as Santa Claus killing 20 Nazis with an axe. How you make that boring, I'm just not sure. They found a way though. Like as it's happening, you're like, I don't know, man. This just really isn't doing much of anything for me.
Just feels trite to me. Like
it feels
like the most obvious villains to kill in order to make your killer mildly sympathetic.
That was I think my least favorite scene.
And a child abductor. Like yeah, he is a superhero. Like what the fuck? He only kills bad people who deserve it. Like I don't know. Like that's not that interesting on its own to me.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't work for me.
There's been like some recent discourse about like the dumbing down of film because people have shorter attention spans and they're distracted with their phones and stuff like that. And whether you would agree with that or not, this feels like that to me, where they're just like any sort of nuance that the original had, even though it wasn't like that nuance, it like had something to talk about, and there was like
it aspired to a nuance. At least.
There was like some conflict within your main character that made him feel like a little dangerous, or like you could at least understand why he is the way he is, and like all of that is just kind of stripped away, and you just have like this kind of superhero guy now who just has to kill bad people dressed up as Santa Claus, and it's just not very interesting. It's not. I don't know like what point this movie is serving. Like the original was subversive, definitely. Like when it came out, it was subversive. People like picketed that movie, like boycotted it, were really unhappy about it. And like this obviously is not very subversive at all. He's just killing Nazis and you know.
Although there are still people that are upset about it, but
I'm sure
for a litany of dumb reasons.
People are upset about everything.
But yeah, there's been killer Santas since at least the 80s. This is not breaking new ground, and in fact, everything that is new about it compared to the original is something borrowed from a better property.
It's not like delivering anything that I really want out of a slasher movie. Even like it fails as like a Christmas movie, a slasher movie, anything subversive, anything new, anything nuanced, anything. It's not even just giving me like the blood and gut. Like if you want to, like, you know, Terrifier 3 for whatever that movie is, whether you like it or not, you at least get, like, you know, the walls are painted red. And like it's just not really giving me much of anything. It feels very watered down. It feels like a watered down version of like Silent Night, Deadly Night, watered down version of Dexter, watered down version of Halloween Ends. I don't like Halloween Ends. I'd watch that over this any day though. Like it's just not a very good version of like any of these things it's borrowing from.
Bold
I can think of a couple of scenes I like from that movie, so that's a good start.
The first scene of that movie is better than this whole movie. Like that's so it's got something going for it, I guess.
I'd rather be filled with rage than complete impotent like disinterest.
Oh, well. So let me talk about a couple things that I did like.
Sure, yeah.
Save us from ourselves.
So I liked the Advent calendar. Like I thought that was a cool sort of just like representation of how long he's been doing this and just how many people he's killed. I thought that was kind of an elegant way to do that. And I've also never seen the Advent calendar used in a spooky way. Doesn't mean it hasn't been done, but I've never personally seen it. So I liked that. And I also really liked, and again, having not seen the original, I didn't know that this was like lifted pretty much wholesale from the original, but like when he first goes to visit his grandpa, I loved how creepy that setup was. Because one, if you've ever visited a nursing home, whether it was a relative or not, like it's very unsettling, especially when you're a kid. It's scary, you know, for different reasons. But, you know, I liked that his grandpa was watching Santa Claus on TV and this whole setup about how the idea of Santa Claus can like mess up a kid's psyche if it's like not presented in the right way. And so that set the tone for me really well. And it also kind of reminds me of, we've talked about this before, but that short in the Holidays anthology with the Jesus Bunny. That's so creepy. And it's like, you know, the Easter Bunny is supposed to be something really friendly and happy for kids. But in this short, the Easter Bunny is this horrific, like, amalgamation monster. And this little girl is just terrified at the whole concept of Easter. So I really liked that a lot, especially like you guys were talking about with like the original controversy of this movie, that someone would like dare to make Santa Claus scary. So all of that setup just worked really well for me. And then when I watched the original, I was like, oh, I love it here too. Like I think the opening is a really solid concept.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I think that for my money, like the grandfather scene or whatever, it's good. It's like, but that's when things started like going weird to me because his parents aren't like, they're killed for a reason. And it seems pretty clear to me like that they're doing something, even though they don't like fully lay it out just then, but like they don't, it's pretty clear that like they knew something was going to happen to the guy or whatever. And
talking
I was
about
like, oh,
getting him to sign documents before he died.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's shady. Like, man, this sounds shady as fuck. And it justifies the killing of his parents, which to me is like, it just like the original is like that is what causes damage, is his innocent family getting torn asunder, and in this one it's his family getting torn asunder by being murderers themselves. And it's very, I don't know, it feels cheaper to me, like much cheaper. And I did like the grandfather performance. I did like that, and it does add something to the trauma to have him like keel over right in front of the kid. I did like that they did that, but I thought it worked perfectly well in the original, and it was sadder, and it made more sense that a child would be damaged this way. I don't know, like that stuff, and also like the controversy around the original is more warranted anyway, because like that movie is, to my mind, the biggest thing about it is like the core of it is about being traumatized by religion, by the violence of the world, and religion oppressing your feelings about that. and religion just plays a huge part in it. And this has none of that part of it. It is just purely about like, here's a killer Santa, but he's not bad. He's Dextering it, and it just feels so much cheaper. It's so much cheaper.
Yeah.
I don't know how to verbalize this. And the thing is, like, neither one are like amazing films, but I would watch the original 10 billion times before I watch this another time.
I did rewatch the original, and I hadn't seen it in a couple years, and it holds up. Like, for what it is, I think it holds up very well. It's not everybody's cup of tea for sure, but I think if you're going to remake something like that, you do need to have some sort of like swing. Like, you don't want to just do the exact same thing, or else, what's the point? And the swing here is like the weird transference thing. And it's just so bizarre to me that they take the same actor from Halloween Ends and the same concept from that movie, and then they just make it a Christmas movie. Like, it's just such a bizarre thought. Like, who thought that was going to be a good movie? I'm just not sure who this is.
It was divisive on Halloween Ends.
Yeah, people didn't love it. It's just
and this one they just doubled down.
I guess if you remove the Michael Myers of it, it's easier to get on board with. So there's no Michael Myers baggage. So I guess I get that, but it's just that's the swing they took.
But then it becomes derivative of a movie that you and I at least did not like.
I didn't like it either, to be clear.
Okay,
Some people
there are defenders.
Yeah.
There are people that like. I get a little conflicted about this thought process of like, oh, well, if you're going to remake it, make it something new. Yes, but you're also saddled with the baggage of the original. And like, to me, like, or at least ideally you are. In this franchise, it's kind of all bets are off. So it gets a little bit extra leeway because it's done so many fucking stupid, weird things. But I don't know. Like, just overall, I'm conflicted about that mindset because, like, just making it slightly different and giving it a slightly new twist is not on its own. It does not on its own make it worthwhile, in my opinion. Like, it makes it less worthwhile because the substance is now missing, and in its place is like bland spectacle. Like, not even good spectacle, bland spectacle. Like you said, this does not bring like as much gore or like enough slasher like credentials, like Terrifier level shit. If it had done that, I would not have liked it, but I would have understood the appeal.
Something
this just doesn't. It feels like it's rounded off all of its edges to me.
Yeah, I agree. Something they like kind of play with in this, which they should have done more of, is like whenever he is forced to dress up as Santa Claus and have the kids sit on his lap and in the store or whatever, and like he's like having an inner dialogue between himself and Charlie's like trying to calm him down because he's starting to see red with these kids on his lap, and they like kind of half make you think he has like snapped in the past and accidentally killed people who are not bad, and like and Charlie even says like, well, if you don't kill one bad person a day leading up to Christmas, then you're gonna end up killing somebody who doesn't deserve to die. But like, we never see that happen, and he goes at least a couple days without killing anybody, and nothing bad happens at all. So it's like, well, what? Like, nobody's actually in danger here at all. Like, it just sort of
somebody
removes
else
that
does
tension.
die, right?
Well, he kills like 20 Nazis, I guess, but he goes a couple days without killing people.
But no, like somebody who didn't deserve it dies also. I'm blanking on this.
Well, her dad gets killed.
Her dad gets killed.
Right.
Owner of the shop.
By the grabber.
Right.
Snatcher.
Yeah, the snatcher.
Yeah, the grabber.
Yeah, what the whatever. Yeah. But not at the hands of Billy is what I'm trying
No,
to
but
get
I think
at,
that it's implied that that happened because he did not kill the person he was supposed to kill.
He didn't take out the trash.
So an innocent got taken out.
Okay.
Take out... That was what I was like. Maybe I'm giving this movie too much credence, actually.
I could have missed that. I didn't interpret it that way, but maybe that's what they were trying to go for. But I don't know. Yeah, there's no edge with him, even though he is a serial killer, because you're like, he's not going to kill these kids. Like, this movie, it's just really like he just kind of does only kill bad people, and like you're not even really ever fearing for Pam as he's like courting her and they're going on dates and stuff.
No,
like. There's no tension there, even though she's kind of nuts and like he watches her beat the shit out of these kids. Like,
but she beats the shit out of children in this movie and is not arrested somehow.
Yeah,
like in public in front of their parents.
That was so. Whenever she gets arrested and her stalker boyfriend is like, "Oh, they're not pressing charges. They said if he really did what you say that they deserved it." And I'm like, I'm sorry. No parent.
No, they didn't say
No
that.
parent
Yeah.
would
No,
do
he
that.
deserves to have his ass beaten by a grown adult.
Yeah,
With a
no.
hockey stick. Like,
With
you
a
could
hockey
mess
stick. Yeah,
somebody
that's insane. I
up.
forgot about that.
Well, and that's why I had hoped that they would like band together in the end. Because like I said, I mean,
Yeah.
he is killing people and that is not okay. And she is beating children with a hockey stick. That is not okay. That's why I was like, she really matched his freak. I was like, they just...
Too much.
You know, these two people are just, yeah, they really need to go on being the spirit of Christmas vengeance together. But again, that was one of the things that I liked about her character. I didn't like her character at first, but after that scene with the hockey kids, I was like, okay. I was like, she's like not just a woman we can love. You know, this is not your typical romance. Like she's also, doing some stuff she shouldn't be doing, you know?
She's another broken soul.
When she's
Another
first
wounded
introduced,
bird.
yeah, I was getting that vibe exactly. Because she's like, yeah, I'm just really into like serial killers and true crime, and I was like, Jesus, like
Whoa,
how many?
what a
We've seen
unique
this
novel.
in every movie, and yeah, she beats those kids' asses, and I was like, well, you don't see that in every movie. To be fair,
See, and
Like,
and here's the thing though, like I also like I mentioned that I thought that they were going to join up, but I also thought I was equally split through the majority of the midpoint of the movie, like probably right up until we see the transference and all that stuff, that she was going to be either Mrs. Claus by the end, or she was going to be the grabber, like that she had been the grabber and he's going to have to like be conflicted and have fallen in love with his quarry, basically. But that wouldn't have made sense logically with whatever the fuck they were setting up with Charlie. Charlie would have clocked her on it or whatever, I guess. But at the end of the day, like those are more interesting. I think
I agree.
Or,
Yeah.
Like
There's some
one is
conflict
stupid
there.
to the
Yeah.
point of being fun,
Yes.
and the other is like creates some sort of conflict or whatever. Having her like just like be the world's most not unique person, with who also just wants to beat up kids, and then like giving her this supernatural ability to find people to beat up and kill. Like, I don't know, man. It's not.
she doesn't struggle with all these crazy things he tells her for a second, not even for a second.
at all.
It's
She's
just not
so in.
really believable or interesting. Like, have some conflict between your characters, man. Like, they're all just...
Well, I mean, shit. She's watching true crime. Like this is somebody who like thinks about the world logically, I would assume, or at least like wants to see the world logically and wants to like know the facts and wants to like do the research and that sort of thing. And this man just told her that he kills people because he has supernatural powers that tells him who the bad people are. What are you, as a true crime fan, going to immediately think if somebody tells you that? I need to get the fuck out of here. This man's out of his mind. That never happens. She just embraces it. She's like, oh, cool. Yeah, I could see that. Like, what the fuck?
She said, bust out that Santa suit, dog.
Yeah. Keep it on.
Leave it on. Yeah, I
Girl's
think
trying to
that's the sort of the biggest like missing element with these characters is that we don't get any like conflict or nuance,
Yeah.
that would have I think that would have immediately elevated this movie for sure.
Yeah.
man.
And there's no warm side of the door rendition or original Christmas song included in here at all, and like that's just minus a full star right off the top. Just
It's a full star. Oh, I do have to say though, I loved the cute little like antique gift shop that she works at. Like that reminded me of every little sort of like junk small town Christmas shop that I've ever been in, and I just liked the coziness of it.
Yeah, that didn't hit for me. I'm sorry to say, which is weird because I know what you mean, and I know that that's what they were going for. I don't know. Part of me missed the toy store to some extent because there's something a little bit more like I don't know. The whole thing with the fucking angels. Oh my god, they really like the tree toppers and all that shit. Like where he's like,
it
oh
can
no,
go
you can put the
anywhere.
angel anywhere.
Yeah.
That is the most ham-fisted shit I have ever heard written into any script. It is insane.
Kind of liked
that
it.
Oh my god, it was so bad to me.
I kind of liked that moment. I really did.
Oh man, won't yuck your yum, but yuck.
I just thought it was kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Oh
He
man,
decorated a tree for her.
An angel can go anywhere. It's just like a horrible fucking cheesy metaphor. I don't know. Like this kind of like that scene was like they infused a Hallmark Christmas movie scene into the middle of this, which isn't the worst idea in the world, but it's not done. Everything else around it sucks. So it just kind of like it just adds to a tapestry of suck to me.
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this movie, I mean, I guess the shop is the most Christmassy setting that we see. I didn't get like the overwhelming Christmas vibes that I would have liked to have gotten out of this. It's very like kind of a small gray grim kind of town they're in, which, you know, it's got some Christmas lights or whatever, and obviously he's dressed up as Santa Claus throughout half the movie, but like I just didn't get the like warm Christmassy glow, you know. It was kind of like
needed a warm side of the door needle drop.
Yeah, that would have done
Badly.
something. That would have done something too.
I'm kind of surprised
did
they
get
didn't
a-
include it somehow. You know, like
Well, they did include like the song from the intro of the original, the Santa's watching, Santa's
yeah.
They did a version of that a couple times actually. One with lyrics, one without, if I remember right. They did actually do like some serviceable referencing to the original material, which I did appreciate that. You know, it's a little Easter eggy or whatever, but it gave me something to enjoy, basically. I'm struggling to remember them now. It's been a couple weeks since I watched this, but there was definitely a few references to the original that did please me.
He Billy picks up like a crystal unicorn in the
Yes.
shop, which is
Yes.
like a Black Christmas nod.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
there
Yeah,
were a
there's
couple Black Christmas Easter eggs, which I was like, that's a little strange. We're getting Black Christmas throwbacks in this
Yeah.
movie.
I feel like they did that with a few, like they just referenced a few of the like seminal Christmas horror movies, which, you know, great. I have no real issue with that. I just like, and it might be one of my favorite things about the movie is when they would choose something, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's The Thing. I recognize The Thing. And I got to do the fucking Brad Pitt finger or the Leo DiCaprio finger point at the TV. Like, yeah, great. But overall, like if that's the heat you're bringing, it's not warming me at night. You know what I'm saying?
That warm side of the door is still kind of frigid. Sorry to say.
And there's something like about the original and like not like the where it exists in time that feels like you're unearthing something you shouldn't see. It feels like a video nasty that you shouldn't have seen, that shouldn't have existed, that was made against all odds. This feels like something that was inevitably going to get made no matter what, and it was going to be of low quality no matter what.
It does feel, obviously it's like riding on the coattails of the original, but I mean, Terrifier 3 is just so fresh on the brain, and this is put out by the same company that did Terrifier 3, so
Yeah.
in my mind they're like, oh, we got to do another fucked up gory Christmas movie or whatever and crank it out before next
They pulled their
next
punch.
year. Yeah, it feels like, well, they just didn't do
On
the
both
thing.
counts.
Yeah, they didn't do the
They didn't make it gory enough and they didn't make it Christmassy enough. What the fuck are we doing here?
I don't know, Randy. And like for, you know, this franchise is not a good one if we're just being honest with ourselves.
Objectively a
It's
bad franchise.
And like there's a lot of pretty bad Silent Night Deadly Night movies, but like they're all absurd and do ridiculous things, like the part 3 or 4 with like all the bugs and the witches, and part 5 that you got like toys coming alive and murdering people. There's like ridiculous stuff happening.
The guy with the brain helmet.
Yeah,
like
those movies aren't good, but they're not boring. And this is just a little boring.
I don't know. They are some like I think some of
Are
them
you
are boring.
bored watching The Toy Maker, Randy? Unbelievable.
I that third one in particular is like I remember like struggling to finish that one.
Well, redacted.
That's
then.
it.
Redacted.
Well,
All right.
I mean for my money anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing to add. Is there anything positive we could add? I don't know.
I mean, I think I've given lots of positive things. You
You
guys
have.
don't have
I'm trying to find
struggle
one for
and do
myself.
positive.
Oh man, I don't know.
The
I just-
advent calendar
I
was
like
kind of cool because it's like the blood is still not dry. It's like so caked. That's like how many people he's killed. It's like tacky still.
Yeah.
It's like pretty gross.
I do appreciate the storytelling that reveals. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't really love it because I feel like we never got a great look at it besides like the hyper close up shots or whatever. Which
Yeah.
and it also never comes up again. Like it's not a thing that matters. It's like here's something that we can say is Christmassy and also Dextery, so we're gonna put it in here. Okay, we're gonna make him Dexter, so we need to have him put his blood somewhere. Why not an advent calendar?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then that's all there is to it. But I do appreciate that it shows like you said, Nicole, like it shows that he's been at this for a while. This is not a first rodeo, and the caked blood or whatever is the one, probably the most visceral blood in the movie, honestly.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, I was also like, at first I was a little confused when he was talking, like, because it was hard to tell how long he'd been doing this, like, but clearly for a long time. And I'm like, okay, but he's not that old though. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, has he been doing this since he was like a little kid? So I was a little bit relieved when he was like, oh, I was 17 the first time I killed somebody. I was like, oh, thank God. Although, you know what? Maybe it would have been more interesting if he started killing people at 8.
Maybe.
A
little more difficult to digest. Something challenging. Yeah.
Right.
From this movie. Yeah.
Instead of saving kids from worse monsters or I don't know. Like, yeah. It just feels like this movie really like it's really like justifying to some extent this behavior. And I don't dig it. It's got a little bit of that John Kramer in Saw X action.
It does a little bit, yeah. It does. See, we're missing the conflict. We're missing the conflict.
Definitely. This is the like most kid glovey serial killer movie I've ever seen. It's like,
for real. Even like honestly, Saw X. As much as I hated that movie, the gore in that was a billion times better than this.
Pretty good.
A billion times. And I know that had a budget, so like. But this had something going for it, like some sort of budget going. And there's been it's a slasher movie. Slasher movies should not totally be beholden to the budget to make your skin crawl.
No.
At the best times.
Yeah. Well, hey,
I feel like we really need, like, Rohan Campbell needs to be given like a truly like heel turn. You know? Because in Halloween Ends, he doesn't really get the full heel turn. In this movie, his murdering is justified. Like, let him be evil. That's what I want to see. Somebody call his agent. Heel turn.
He's kind of sucks in The Monkey, but he's also kind of innocent in that.
Oh, God. He's like the worst part of that movie.
It's just a role that shouldn't even really exist in that. I don't think that's his fault, but yeah, he sucks in it. Yeah, he does.
I want to see him do something like normal. Like, just I want to see what, like, because I feel like, I don't know, I have nothing to justify this with. Certainly not any of the movies or roles I've seen him in. But I feel like this guy could probably act if he had like good material, and he could probably carry something with it.
Probably.
But he's like, everything I've ever seen him in has been dog shit for its own reasons, and it's made him dog shit, and I can only associate him with dog shit. I'm sorry.
Damn, Randy. I read like a couple reviews on Letterboxd for this movie, just, you know, after I'd seen it. Just I didn't know what people thought about it. And I think every positive review I read was just like a straight thirst trap about Rohan and Pamela, the actress that plays Pamela, Ruby Modine. It's like everybody was just like fucking horned up, and that's why they like, which, you know, whatever, that's fine if that's what gets you there.
But this movie's not sexy.
It's not.
No, it's not. No, even though I liked their relationship, it wasn't sexy.
Did you guys see the ad? I've got a screen cap of it on my phone. There was an advertisement for this movie, and it's got Rohan Campbell on it shirtless, and he's like licking his thumb, and it's got an image of 2 ticket stubs next to him, and it says, "You show us your ticket stub, we'll show you Rohan's feet." So I guess if you like take a picture of your stubs and send it to whatever email address, they'd send you a picture of his feet. I don't know if you can see that on my phone very well, but it's like an extremely erotic photo of him.
Jesus.
Wow.
Playing into the thirst trap here. Yeah.
Advertising, man. They're doing too much.
I hate our industry so much.
God.
Oh my God. That is repulsive in the funniest way.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Oh my God. Also, like, I don't think he was particularly like hot in this movie. I mean, I think he's an attractive man, but like, I don't know about that. I don't think that's what we were given
time,
here.
And not in the sexy kind of wet. Just wet. Just like doused.
Boy be dripping, you know what I'm saying?
So
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like his character, like I don't know if he like. I really wish this movie could have worked if it had nothing to do with Silent Night, Deadly Night, the original, and it was going for its own thing entirely and leaned more into being a Hallmark movie, slasher movie. If it had done that, I could have gotten on board, I think.
Could have worked, maybe. Yeah.
I mean, at least that feels more new. It feels like even if they called it Silent Night, Deadly Night, just like don't. This is a retelling of the original, just straight up. Like they add some new elements or whatever, but it's not that far from the original. If they're gonna do something different, fine, but it needs to be completely fucking different. I think in this one, or it needs to be like slavishly devoted to the original and not fuck around with the lore like it did and take away the most interesting part of the characters. So like I just feel like it ends up in middling ground all the way through.
Yeah,
and that's the first part of my review.
Well, I was gonna say let's go ahead and land this plane. I think we pretty much said all that needs to be said.
I think so.
Nicole, why don't you kick us off? Out of 5, how do you feel about Silent Night, Deadly Night?
Okay, so as I've already said, I had fun with this movie. Even after spilling half my Coke in the theater, the bad beer situation did not deter me. I had a fun time. There were a few people in my theater, and we were all, we got a few chuckles, like we were having a good time together. And of course, like I said, I had no frame of reference for the original. I almost watched the original before I went to this, and I was like, you know what? This is a rare opportunity as a lifelong horror fan for me to see a remake first, so I'm going to do it. And so I think because I didn't have any of the expectations, I was able to enjoy this movie, I think, more than like you guys. I liked the cast. I liked the general story. I could have done without the supernatural angle, but then at the end of the day, it didn't really kill it for me. So I don't know. I mean, I don't have any like huge criticisms, but also this movie is not going to like blow your socks off. Like I said, you can do worse. So I'm going to sort of like land in the middle-ish. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5 from Nicole. Rand Diesel, how do you feel?
Well, I don't know, man. Like I've talked about this movie pretty negatively, and I do believe that. I'm looking back right now at what I gave the original. I gave the original a fucking 4, which is lower than I actually feel it now.
Hell yeah. You got to bump those numbers up.
But I gave the Silent Night, the whatever it was, 2006 remake, I gave that a 1. And I do think this movie is better than that one. That one just like glossed right over my skull. I couldn't tell you a thing about it at this point, except a flamethrower was involved. And they did, to their credit, did what I just said and did something entirely different with it. It's Silent Night, Deadly Night, but in title only, which is very much in keeping with the whole franchise. I'm fine with that. I'm more fine with that now than I was then, anyway. But yeah, I like this movie a little bit more than that. It's got a little bit more going for it than that, but it's just like a slog. It was dull. It wasn't Christmassy enough. It wasn't murderous enough. It wasn't inventive enough. It borrowed all of its best elements from a bunch of different places, and none of those things are on their own a killer of a movie. But altogether, it just really sapped the fun out of it for me, and I was primed to kind of to feel good about this. Like, I am not that precious about my Christmas horror movies. I understand the lower bar that exists there. I love some Christmas horror movies that aren't like the original, that are not like they're not award-worthy films. They're not fucking gonna be, in the Library of Congress one day or some shit. They're just like fun schlockfest that like do a lot of things right and a few things very silly and wrong. This movie does most things silly and wrong and not bombastically enough for me to enjoy it. It tried to go big with the Nazi killing thing, but I thought that was like tired at this point. Like it's not subversive anymore to have a killer Santa. It's not subversive anymore to have your slasher kill bad guys, especially like fucking Nazis, the most overused fucking bad guys in cinema history at this point, because they're just like the most obviously hateable and evil. I don't know, man. All things considered, I think I'm just going to stick with a 1.5. It's marginally better than Silent Night of like 2006 or whatever year that was. And it's a hell of a lot worse than the original, which gives this franchise one of the most incredibly strange spreads of quality of any franchises that we've ever talked about. I think it is like, how many movies are in this franchise now? This is the seventh?
Seven, yeah.
Out of 7 movies, I've given these movies a 1 all the way up to I would probably call it a 4.5 today. That's a fucking spread, dude. That's crazy. I don't know. I like the cameos and the callbacks and that sort of thing to other better movies. That's about all I can say.
Right on. Yeah, I'm more in line with Randy for this one here. I just, at the end of the day, like the biggest sin of a movie is to be boring, and I definitely found this movie to be boring, and I'm just not really sure like what purpose it's serving here. It's just not bringing the Christmas vibes. It's not a successful slasher movie. It's not an interesting reinvention of Silent Night, Deadly Night. I like I can't even think of like a single interesting kill in this whole movie. The love story, I wasn't exactly like feeling the love between our 2 lead characters here. It felt like kind of a little hollow, a little unbelievable. In the straight Dexter rip happening here, and I just feel like they're really also trying to like ride the coattails of the success of Terrifier 3, and this being like another Christmas slasher from the same company, and obviously ripping off of Halloween Ends, and like just doing the thing that nobody liked in that movie again for some reason. There's just a lot of like baffling choices made for this, and I don't know why any of it was made. And like just turning Billy into like a literal superhero, and like probably the most interesting kill is when he finally, I guess, kills like the Nazi leader, but he like cuts her head in half with an axe as she's running away in the woods, but she's like treated like a comic book
lifted from
villain.
The original.
It is lifted from the original, actually. She's like basically a comic book villain. She's like so cartoonishly evil. It's just like you can't really take any of it seriously. I mean, I don't know, man. It's
know who she reminds me of? She reminds me of like the diner owner from Thanksgiving. Do you remember that? Like the woman that was like,
yeah, I do.
Like she's like so hateable or whatever, like obscenely so. But then they went and gave her the Nazi seal of approval on there, made her a queen of Nazis as well. It's like you didn't have to go that far. You can have somebody be hateable without them being a fucking full on Gestapo ass Nazi. Like,
yeah, I don't know. This just doesn't really succeed for me, and really anyway. It's I think it's bad. It's a 1 star from your boy me. I just don't see the appeal here. So yeah, that's gonna put our aggregate at a 1.8 for Silent Night, Deadly Night 2025. Let's go ahead and jump into our Rotten Tomatoes segment, see what the critics and users have to say.
Certified dead.
Now, before I get going here, Bob, did you say you looked at some of the reviews? Not on Rotten Tomatoes, though, right? You're good to go on this.
No, on Letterboxd. I haven't seen
on
Rotten
Letterboxd.
Tomatoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like shocked because I was thinking like, wow, the critics are like leaning on the attractiveness of the lead. And they're like, that's weird.
No. My friends are horny. That's what it is.
Roger Ebert's like, this guy can fuck. Anyway, yes, this is the Rotten.
So dreamy.
This Rotten Tomatoes segment, or this is let me start that over again. This is the Rotten Tomatoes segment in which I'm going to have these folks guess within the best of their abilities what the aggregate positive score is for Rotten Tomatoes. For Silent Night, Deadly Night 2025
Crush
on
mode.
Rotten Tomatoes. Jesus. We're going to go with the user score, which has 84 reviews, and that's the tomato. I'm sorry, excuse me. Jesus Christ, I'm so fucking this today. The critic score has 84 reviews. That's the tomatometer. And the user score has 100 plus verified ratings on the poopometer. So, starting with the critics, those 84 reviews, I'm going to go with our esteemed guest. Nicole, what percentage of those reviews would you call positive?
Good Lord. I feel like this is really anyone's guess. I feel like this is a movie that like wouldn't be likely to get high scores to begin with, and then you've got you've got people who love the original who are going to have feelings about any kind of remake. So, critics. I'm going to say 55.
55. I don't have time to pull that up. All right, Bob, you're starting with a 55. We going over? You going under? Where are these critics taking this movie with you?
I think I'm going to take the under on this one, Randu. I'll take a 45.
45. Angling for that 50% flat.
Maybe so.
I'm saddened deeply in my soul to say that will not come to pass. And I'm even sadder to reflect that this movie has a 77% certified fresh rating.
Holy cow.
Rotten Tomatoes. Nicole, congratulations, but humanity, I'm so sorry.
I mean, apparently, I know what I'm talking about.
Apparently,
yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, nobody's arguing against that. But,
wow, that's still, even if you guys had great things to say about this movie, I still would not expect the critics to give it that high of a rating.
No
way.
I mean, I'm pretty positive that this critic score, there's only 84 reviews. So it's a lower amount, but also it's got to be a lot of
Russian
horror
bots.
heads, you know what I mean? Which is, it's got to be Russian, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the bot farm. And that's what's doing it. Those certified critics at the bot farm have something to say. All right, 77%. I didn't even bother with the math on that. You do your own homework. So we're gonna go with the poopometer now, the popcorn meter, with 100 plus verified ratings. Bob, what percentage of those do you think are positive?
gotta be lower than the critics. I think I would guess. Maybe people would just generally like this more than I want to think they do. So I'll take a 58, I guess.
58. Interesting. All right, Nicole, bring us home. Over, under, sideways.
Well, you know that anytime I can do this, I like to do this, and I will take the comedy number, and it will be 69.
Oh, we love it. We love it for you. I love it so much that I can't find the bump, and I'm stalling there.
69, dudes!
Nailed it.
There it is. For all you 69 dudes heads out there, there's the bump. All right, so we got 58 from Bob, 69 from Nicole. I can do the math on this. Oh, man. 8 percentage point difference between the correct answer and one of you. That correct answer is, again, 77%
Holy
positive.
cow.
Wow.
Again.
Hell yeet! Soju, that was for you.
Damn.
Jeez. I don't know. He might resent that, considering the
You're
quality
blowing
of
my
this film.
mind, Randy. You're blowing my mind.
I'm blowing my mind. I saw that. Like, it was even higher this morning. I mentioned earlier, I was like, wow, the tomatometer's been on the move. It was, I think, higher this morning in both categories. At least they were at least different numbers this morning. My memory is faulty, but that's what I feel like was true, was that they were both higher. I was like, wow, what the fuck? So maybe with time it'll grow down to its
It'll adjust.
appropriate spot at like 3%. But
It'll correct
We'll see.
itself.
the markets need correction. There's a bubble here.
Word.
Let's read the critics' consensus. Silent Night, Deadly Night embraces the franchise's inherent absurdity while surpassing the original with sharper filmmaking, richer characterization, and politically astute pitch black satire. Bullshit.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Not even close.
Politically astute. Killing Nazis does not a commentary make. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm very upset. All right, let's read a couple negative reviews and then we'll move on. Maybe just the one. Here we go. Nelson doesn't go nearly far enough in subverting the twinned formulas he is playing with, turning the whole affair into a gory, soggy slog with few surprises and little energy. That's closer.
Yeah, I agree more
There
with
you
that
go.
for sure.
Yeah.
Mr. Mike P. Nelson here also directed the recent Friday the 13th Angry Orchard short film that came out in October. I don't know if you guys saw that. It was just on YouTube. Well, it's already been removed, so you can't watch it.
I didn't watch it because, again, I was like, I don't like this advertising shtick that we're doing.
It's
yes, I agree
very
with that.
bizarre choice to do that. I don't know. Somebody must have wrote one hell of a check. I don't know.
I don't know, man. This guy did I don't remember the bit or the segment, but he did a bit in VHS 85, and he did a Wrong Turn in 2021. I guess they remade that.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad remake.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't like distilling somebody down to a single property, so I don't want to like cast aspersions on this guy based on this one movie. But this seems like the biggest movie that he's released entirely on his own as a director, it seems like. And I did not like it. So power to you, Mike. Let's get something better out there next time.
Maybe next time, champ.
Yeah.
There's really not any trivia to speak of on this, so let's jump into our Cooter of the week.
Straight chillin'. Cooter of the
Cooter's the character type in a straight chillin' exclusive. My name is Soju, and I'm here to tell you why we hunt cooters today.
That's right.
5 points of cooterdom. You gotta.
We're looking for the one with the most points. The most points.
You gotta hit 3 at least. The one with the most.
Gotta hit the 3. Here's my best impression of Justin. Here's the Cooter segment.
It's your boy Soju the man. We're hunting cooters today. 5 points of cooterdom are look at the tire.
Wait.
Okay.
We always, oh man.
Oh, Nicole. Why don't you tell us what the 5
That's
points
Nicole's
could-
role. You gotta do it in a Soju voice though,
Oh, gosh.
which is
I can't do
remarkably
it.
similar
Which
to
is
any
whatever
voice
you
I
want.
can't even. I have to like remember what the 5 points are. I can't also do a voice. Okay, let's see. We've got smug arrogance, manipulation, patheticness, sexual deviance, looking at tire.
Nailed it. Like a professional.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
What do we got? We got a cooter in this movie or what? What do we got? What are we working
Max
with?
the cop,
Oh,
Officer
the
Max.
Cop.
yeah.
Cooter.
Max the cop. Yeah, that guy sucks.
Yeah.
Manipulation, smug arrogance. I think both of those for sure.
Part of a child murder ring,
yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, patheticness
So-
because like she's like, dude, get out of my life, and he's just like
Yeah.
desperate,
stalking her,
Yeah.
and
sneaking
shit.
around. Yeah,
He's like so
following her.
obsessed with her.
No,
Yeah.
no, thank
No,
you.
he's very, very, very pathetic. He's very, very, very manipulative. And I mean, I think just inherently trafficking children makes you a sexual deviant in my book, just on its face.
Yes.
So I give him that. Looking attire, I mean,
He looks fine.
Looks like a
that's
dude.
how you feel about a cop uniform, I guess.
Yeah, looks like a dude.
Looks
4 out of
like
5.
a man.
Book him.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Did we
anybody's gonna
miss any?
beat
No,
that.
okay.
I mean, we could talk about Rohan, but
Bug
he's
arrogance, we
he's
didn't really. I guess he's got a little arrogance.
he's
I think so.
But,
Rohan's yeah, smug. Is he smug?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's beleaguered and emo swoopy.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got that swoopy haircut. He's a custard boy. Sexual deviance? No, I mean, no. He's not even hot in this.
I mean, he stalks that girl, but she's fine with it though. So
I mean, I do like the romp in the stock room. I do like that, but that's
Who
not
doesn't love a
even-
good romp?
That's just fun.
You know,
it's in the stock room. Yeah.
in the stock room.
Yeah.
stockroom romps. That's a movie that will get you in trouble for watching for sure. Let's see. Manipulation. Yeah, I mean, he's lying to people like it's in order to murder people. So I guess you can give him manipulation for that. Like it's part of the parcel. Yeah, looking attire.
I mean,
he's a killer Santa.
He's dressed as Santa, killing people. Yeah.
It's kind of the whole thing. And patheticness. It's tough to say because they justify everything supernaturally that he does.
Yeah.
So what the fuck?
He's a
doesn't have a choice.
superhero.
Yeah.
So
He's a put upon
Yes.
murderous superhero.
I don't think he is.
No, I don't think this movie wants him to be, which is
Yeah.
a shame because he is murdering people. You know, he's just killing a lot of people.
Yeah. All right. It's Max. It's Max the cop. I don't think anybody
Max
else
the
is really
cop.
gonna
Max the
clinch
cop.
it.
I mean,
you could say the
what's
snatcher grabber guy. We really don't know him, but I mean, he's like grabbing kids. So also him and Max, I guess, would be a package Cooter team.
Yeah.
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 Which also,
Everybody's-
like, we didn't talk about this, but the grabber snatcher also has a Santa mask on.
Is that true?
Like-
I didn't know.
Yeah, he had just he didn't have the beard and stuff. He just had a mask, and it was Santa.
Oh, that's
and I
right.
was like, this is a little mixing some messages here.
Yeah.
Why did they put a Santa mask on him? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
That's
Why
a great
anything?
question.
It was a cool mask, but we already have a killer Santa. We don't need a second killer Santa.
Yeah. Killer Frosty or something. Come on. We can do better.
Rudolph killing people. Yeah. you
Yeah.
know, something.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Grabber. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, put
Let's
Ethan
go.
Hawke in there. Just, let's
Yeah,
do a
please.
multiverse thing. Just put him in there.
Yes. They're all supernatural.
Oh.
It'll work out. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we got him. Grabber, snatcher,
We
Mike,
got him.
Max, whatever. Cop guy. We got him. Yeah.
We got him.
Cop guy.
We did it. We did it. Hey,
Guy.
let's talk about what we've been watching.
Hey gang, what you been watching?
Nicole, what else have you been watching this week?
Oh, well, several Christmas things. So I watched Silent Night, Deadly Night 84, as I mentioned. And I have to say, guys, watching it for the first time as a full-grown adult with lots of horror history, I really liked it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was better than I expected it to be. I was like, this is well directed. I like the characters. I like that we're sympathetic to this poor guy who had this terrible childhood, but also he's,
Sexy.
shouldn't be out killing people.
And
he
he's sexy.
is. I
He's
was like,
sexier than Rowan.
I was like, this man is so attractive. Like, what are they doing here?
Naughty.
And Lydia's
Naughty.
here. Just for fun.
But also, like, it really reminded me how many boobs used to be in slasher movies. Like,
Yeah.
we used to be a proper country,
we used to be, man. What happened? But anyway, yeah. So I really enjoyed it. I will definitely revisit it in the future. And then I also watched my favorite Christmas horror movie, Black Christmas, with a normie friend of mine. She's a film fan in general, and she's been asking me, what horror movies that she needs to watch. And so she came over for a hangout, and I was like, we got to do Black Christmas. And I'm happy to report she really liked it.
Nice.
She commented, she was like, this is really well made. And she loved Barb, of course, passing the vibe check. She loved Barb. And then the best moment, though, at the end of the movie, at like the climax when Jess is running through the house after we've determined, that Billy's in the house, when he like grabs her hair from like out of frame, my friend Laura screamed out loud.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it scared her. So that was just like such a fun watching experience. Anytime we get to share these gems with our friends, it's always a great time. And then another new Christmas movie for me that I watched this season was Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh, I haven't seen it either.
Oh
me
my
either.
gosh. I loved it. Like, it's kind of an infamous movie, and I've heard a lot of negative things, like mostly negative things about it throughout my life. And I was in kind of just like, I was just in the mood for it, and it was great. I really loved it. It is not, I will say, it is not a Christmas movie, but it has great Christmas vibes. Like, Christmas lights have never looked better. It's Stanley Kubrick, so it's just like beautiful and magical, even though there's these very disturbing sort of things happening. So that was kind of like, that's been sort of the watch of the season for me. So you guys need to check it out, I would say.
I got my Criterion 4K coming in like a few days. I'll pop it on.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Like the film grain, the
Where did Bob
glow.
go wrong? Were he and his friends sifting way too long through those Blu-ray bins? And it gets worse, he'll have no jet ski, wasting all his dough on those DVDs.
Thank you, Randy.
I will never cut that bump short ever.
Never. I have one more thing, just one more thing.
Yes.
And then I'll pass the torch. So I like to read Christmas stories during the season as well. And so I have a collection of short stories called The Winter Spirits, Ghostly Tales for Frosty Nights. And if you are a reader out there, the librarian, this is for you. It's a really great collection. They're mostly, they feel like sort of classic. They're written in modern times, but they feel like classic horror tales, lots of Victorian settings and such. And I loved almost every story in the book. So if you, like me, like to do ghost stories for Christmas, I highly recommend The Winter Spirits.
Nice.
That's it for me.
That's a great title.
Words. Randy,
I'm gonna judge it based on that.
what have you been watching, Randy Diesel?
It's been a fucking whirlwind of a week, so not a lot has crossed my viewing eye holes. I have kept up with Pluribus, and I am still enjoying the fuck out of that show. It's got a little bit of ramp up right now, but it is not operating on the same like speed level of a Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. It is definitely doing its own thing, and it's taking its time, and it is pure character study a lot of the time, which I'm on board for. So I'm still enjoying the heck out of it. I don't want to say too much because it is a show that, you should probably experience if you're interested at all. I have been playing Hades 2 still obsessively whenever I have free time or whatever, or need to like shut my brain down and do something like not too thinky, not concepting, not working. Then I go into Hades 2 and I do a run on that. And that game is so rich and full of shit to do. I really, really love it. Like, it's great. It's a great game. The original was great. I don't know. This one might be a little bit better. It's possible. I'll have to get to the end and find out. And then the last thing I did is I went to one show this week, which was a reunion show for a band that I had lightly listened to years ago called the Max Levine Ensemble. I recognize them mostly as being this band that put together they're a punk rock band out of DC here. One of the singers is a guy who also was a founding member of Bad Moves, which just broke up and was definitely one of my favorite local bands. So I like this band a good deal, and I remembered them mostly for this album where they just talked shit about Screeching Weasel a lot, another punk band, and specifically the singer of that band, which sounds like not fun, but I assure you actually was and deserved as well. Ben Weasel's kind of a creep from what I've been hearing for years now. And then last opening for them, they had a band that I was a little bit more familiar with come down from, I want to say New York. I think they're based out of New York. The Ergs with Mikey Erg playing some of their songs, and that's a band that I definitely have a lot more familiarity with, and I had a great time watching, even though I didn't come in late and I missed probably more than half the set, which was unfortunate. But I caught my favorite song by them. I caught a couple of their other classics, and I had a really good time with those. So, little punk rock evening for myself, and that's really all I had to say about things to do recreationally. So, Bob, what did you have going on for your what you've been watching this week?
A handful of Christmas hitters that I had to check off the list here. We popped on Die Hard the night before, and like I mentioned already, the original Silent Night, Deadly Night. Stuff that I try to get in each year. Have you guys ever seen The Night Before? It's
that's that Rogen and movie, right?
Seth Rogen joint from 2015, maybe. It's really funny though. It's about these three friends who have this
Michael
tradition.
Shannon.
Yeah, Michael Shannon is in it. These three friends who live in New York City have this tradition where they get together on Christmas Eve every year because one of the guys, his family passed away, and like growing up, he just felt lonely. So it's this tradition they've done for years and years and years, and this is like the last time they're going to do it. And they get into a whole bunch of hijinks, and it's really funny. So if you want like a newer Christmas movie that holds up pretty well, I'd recommend checking it out. Michael Shannon plays this like mythical drug dealer in the movie that's very funny. So yeah, it's a good one to throw on. Also, I watched a newer movie called Queens of the Dead that just hit Shudder. This is directed by Tina Romero. I believe it is her feature film debut. She is George Romero's daughter, and she made a zombie comedy about drag queens in Brooklyn, and it's like during the zombie apocalypse. It like breaks out, and they're getting ready for their show that night, and goofy hijinks ensue. And I don't know, it's another boring movie in my opinion. It sort of was made for me because it's a zombie movie, but it's got a lot of drag queens in it, which is not necessarily my wheelhouse. I don't know. I struggled to finish it. But it is on Shudder if you are curious, so it's pretty easy to come by. You can throw it on if you'd like. And yeah, that's about all I've been watching this week.
Oh, you cooking, Frankie!
Right on.
Hell yeah.
What do you think? Should we round this thing out?
We got 2 voicemails. Let's get into our Hotline Screams.
Hotline Scream.
If you guys would like to call and leave a voicemail to be featured on next week's show, the last show of the year, hit us up at 904-638-3231. First up, we're going to hear from ya boy Midnight Mike. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Ho, 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 motherfuckers. It's Midnight Mike. I'm just sitting here doing my normal thing the week before Christmas and wrapping presents, watching Krampus, drinking beer. And I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and looking forward to a great new year. Just chilling with all y'all in the Slack and the Hotline Screams. Just keep doing what you're doing. All right, love you guys. Bye.
Well, that was goddamn wholesome.
Yeah. Love it. Love hearing from you, Midnight Mike. Yeah. Cheers.
I love you.
Cheers to another year. Chilling with the crew.
I think he posted that he was wrapping Christmas gifts when he sent that. He posted simultaneously on the Slack about it.
Either that or he's got a lot of Christmas presents to wrap.
That's true. That's possible. There's no shortage.
He's still rapping to this day. Yeah. Cheers, Midnight Mike. Always good to hear from you, man. Merry Christmas. Next up, we're going to hear from the long lost Soju, ya boy. Let's hear what he's got to say.
What up, squad? It's Shaboy Roju, big fan, long-time listener, first-time caller, and I wanted to do a hotline kinks. I wanted to know, have you ever gotten or given a dirty Christmas gift? And also, bonus, have you ever opened or seen someone accidentally open a dirty Christmas gift in front of others? Shaboy Roju out.
Listen, Roju, whoever you are, this isn't how this works. We ask the questions around here, okay? Getting a little too big for your britches there, my guy.
I mean, we answer people's questions all the time.
No, not Roju's, though.
Not
Roju
Roju.
the man. He has to stand in line. Yeah, I don't think I've ever received a dirty, filthy midnight kinks gift of any kind that I can recall for Christmas.
Oh, Randy.
Bob?
Yeah, absolutely.
Woo!
Okay, sweet. I won't get into the details, but yes.
Tell me them dirty deets, big dog.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
They were not opened in front of other people accidentally, though. I don't know how you would do that exactly.
Well, I think he's talking about like an actual object that's wrapped, like getting like the Kama Sutra book or something.
Yeah, okay. But I feel like stuff like that is given in private, not like at your family's Christmas morning, you know.
But I think sitcom hijinks.
That's the thing, is it kind of feels like maybe Roju's got a little something that he wants to talk about, maybe something in his own past, because that's not a common occurrence, I don't think.
Yeah. I mean,
Roju, spill it.
Who among us hasn't
I just figured this out.
A dildo in their stocking? You know, like who
amongst us has not received a pocket rocket?
Thank you, Santa.
I will
Santa
say
knows
that
I like it, like it hard and fast.
Damn.
You know how there's the white elephant Christmas game, right?
Yeah.
But some people call it Dirty Santa, and like. My mom has always called it Dirty Santa. Like, we're going to play the Dirty Santa game. And every time she says that, I'm just like, can we not call a gift exchange with the family Dirty Santa?
Yeah, it really sounds like everybody's bringing lube and anal beads. And it's all,
That coal in the stocking, buddy, it's coming out.
Damn, that sounds dirty as fuck, Randy. Roju, why don't you call in after Christmas and let us know what filthy object you have accidentally unwrapped in front of your granny. We would like to know.
Like Roju's secret identity might be like Kramer or some shit, some sitcom character, because that's not something that I think happens very often. Don't sing that, we'll get flagged.
What's the deal with white elephant? Why do they call it elephant? Why has it gotta be white? Like I said, call in next week, 904-638-3231. Last show of the year. Let us know about your Christmas. How was it? Did you get anything cool? Did you give anything cool? Did you get a dildo in your stocking? We want to hear about it. Let us know. Or,
get down on your knees and tell me you love me.
If you want to answer your boy Roju's questions, feel free to do that too. Hotline kinks it up. We'll close out the year with some steamy goss. Sound good? Sound good? Everyone on board with this?
Well, what are you guys covering next week? Because that might give a question.
It is the winner of the December poll, which was The Wolf of Snow Hollow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I've not seen it.
Have you seen that one, Nicole?
I have not.
Oh, it's worth a gander. It's pretty cool. It's actually, it's, a Christmas movie, of course, but it actually takes place, it starts like the week of Christmas, I think, and it goes through New Year's, so it's like a perfect time to watch
Appropriate.
it. Yeah.
Yep. Well, so I guess I have a question then. I want to know, has anybody ever seen anything spooky out in the woods?
Ooh.
Bonus points if it's the winter woods.
Oh, spooky out in the woods.
Yeah. You ever seen a Wendigo or just a wolf? I don't know.
Oh, I forgot about that Wendigo I saw.
Now that you mention it.
I've seen quite a few cryptids. A bit of a cryptid nut. I go out in the woods and they know who I am. We say hi.
They flock to my scent. Can't get enough.
Been out there drumming for Bigfoot.
You gotta entertain him, okay? Or else he won't come.
To entertain.
He likes Bigfoot. A samba. You hit him with a samba. We'll dance right at you. Hit us up, 904-638-3231. Check out The Wolf of Snow Hollow. Get ready for next week's show. Nicole, thanks so much for sitting in with us. We love having you on, and we may just, totally replace your boy Roju with you from now on.
No. He, as each of you are, he is irreplaceable. But I am very glad that I was able to come on and give just a little bit of a different perspective.
Mm-hmm. That is nice. Yeah. Thank you.
It is nice. That's right. I think
it's good to have.
In my heart, I feel that Soju probably felt similarly to us. So maybe I'm wrong,
Yeah.
but I'm
it's a
glad
little
we
bit
got
of
some
a
positivity in
role reversal because on my show I was the one ranting and Bob was the voice of reason, and so now we've swapped. So here we are.
All right. Well,
paying
we got to
it
balance
forward.
each other out, don't we?
Paying it forward. Yeah. Be sure to check out Light and Shadow Podcast everywhere you guys get your podcasts. Nicole, have a very Merry Christmas. And I'm sure we'll have you on again in the new year.
Yes. Merry Christmas to you guys as well.
Yeah. And until next time,
Christmas.
as always, everybody, please keep chilling.
Christmas dies tonight!